My name is George Walker. I am from Denver, Colorado, 52 years old, ex-drug addict. Been in prison many times. I'm getting it together now. It took me a while, but I'm doing it.
Can you tell us a little bit about where you were in life before connecting with 5280 Fresh Start?
Where I was in life, it wasn't a good place. I just lost my father, and I had got real sick. I was just in a bad spot, emotionally, spiritually. Mentally, I was just in a bad spot. I heard of 5280, made some calls, and I had to go down to Second Chance. They hooked me up with Moses. When I got there, I was in bad shape. I was really sick.
What kind of challenges were you facing at the time?
The challenge I was facing was pretty much myself, you know what I mean, my own demons. And it was pretty hard. So I had to self-talk and get out of this. You know what I mean? It was a real dark place.
How did you find out about 5280?
My parole officer, I had called her, and she told me to call Second Chance, and just went on from there.
When you found it and you looked it up and all that, what made you give it a try?
Well, I guess I would be homeless. I thought it would be a good place because when she told me about it, she said, well, this is a really good spot for you. Okay, I'll give it a try.
What was your first impression?
My first impression of the program was the kindness of a guy by the name of Mark. He's the manager there. That just set it off for me because it's like when we introduced ourselves, it was like we clicked, and I automatically felt comfortable. When I walked in, the place was just spotless, and I just felt right away at home.
What services or support stood out the most to you?
I would have to say the advice I was given to go down to Second Chance and the advice I was given to come here. I had got a lot of support from Moses and everybody else that was in the house. You know, they just took me in.
How has your life changed since being part of the program?
My life changed. That's a good question, man. My life changed when Mr. Moses Jones, he embraced me one day. Because I was, struggling. And his words like, I got you. That's when I started changing for the better because I felt, like somebody really wanted me there. You know what I mean? Somebody really cared. What I did for life, you know what I mean? They wanted me to change and be better with myself. It pushed me and motivated me to be a better person and not disappoint the house. He gave me a chance. And I feel like, well, just take advantage of it for the better. So I okay, just did it. You know what I mean? It's a process, but it's hard sometimes. But I'm struggling, but I'm going through the day. Each day is like, every day is getting better and better. So since I've been there, I have not backslide, not one bit. And I have a lot of support from everybody else in the house. It's real nice. It's a real nice place, man. I love it.
What are you doing now that you weren't doing before?
What I'm doing now that I didn't do before was I'm being a leader now. I'm being supportive to the guys that struggling with things in the house. I'm there. I'm just there. I try to do things for other people before I do things for myself.
What is one personal goal you've reached that you're proud of?
One personal goal that I reached that I'm very proud of today is that I'm out here in the community, and it's been 13 months since I've been out of the DOC. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Really, I am. Because that's telling me a lot. Because back in the day, I would have been back already. So, to have that 13 months of not going out there doing crime, doing drugs, I'm really proud of that.
What does 5280 Fresh Start mean to you personally?
I feel accepted, I feel wanted, and I feel loved. And it just gave me a chance to move forward, and set goals,
If this program didn't exist, where do you think you'd be right now?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't know. I just don't know.
What would you say to someone who's thinking about joining the program?
Come on in, man. We got you. Give it a chance. Give yourself a chance, man. So there's an opportunity there. Take it.
Why do you think programs like this are important to our community?
It helps people with the opportunity to better their lives and know that there's something different out here. You can change whatever it is that you're going through. You can change. You have a lot of opportunities there.
Any last words of encouragement or anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to say that I know life is hard, and I know the addiction is a process. It's a struggle, but it can be done. I'm a perfect example of that right now, but I wasn't before. I came a long ways to where I was to where I'm at now. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta work at it. You know, because nobody really gonna do the work for you. You know, just come on in 5280. You got you.